Hello great people, Betty Mwaura again, and welcome back to our YouTube channel. Our YouTube channel is called Coach Betty Mwaura, and I invite you, if this information I've been giving you has been helpful, subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you can get timely messages that we post every week. You can also share it with your friends and relatives because sharing is caring. Today, I would like to discuss a topic that is very close to my heart. And this topic is close to my heart because there's not a single day I don't receive an email, an inbox message, a phone call, or a physical client coming to tell me that they are struggling with procrastination. So today I would like us to speak about procrastination, why we have it, why we do it, and what we can do about it. And what I would like to say is that procrastination is a universal disease. None of us is immune. Everybody struggles with procrastination, in one area or another. However, the fact that we all struggle with procrastination doesn't make it a good idea. It's not a good thing to do because most times when we procrastinate, it ends up piling things and piling problems. Now, we procrastinate at our workplaces. We procrastinate a project, we procrastinate a report, we procrastinate, doing a task or two. We procrastinate things in our businesses. We procrastinate paying taxes, we procrastinate, having a conversation, and we do that. However, procrastination could also go beyond, your career, or it could also go beyond your business, and then it affects very vital parts of your life. For example, if you procrastinate, you feel something irritating in your body, or you can feel your body is not at 100%, then of course you procrastinate your visit to the doctor. Feeling I'll deal with it, maybe tomorrow, I'll go see a doctor someday, and you procrastinate. And at the end of the day, that could mean catastrophic, results. The procrastination of, not going to visit your doctor. And then you could procrastinate something like, making a decision, an important decision that affects your life. For example, you could be in a relationship. You very well know that that relationship is not good for you or for the other person. And I don't mean man-woman relationship only. I also mean you could be in friendships that really, you don't need to be in that relationship. You don't need to be in that friendship. You're not adding value to each other's life, but you keep pushing it. And sometimes when I go to train people, they tell me, I know I have fake friends. And I keep asking them, why do you have fake friends? What have you done about it? So sometimes we procrastinate making decisions on issues like getting out of toxic relationships, getting out of toxic behaviors. For example, if you're a heavy TV person, you are always on TV, you are always on social media, trolling other people and not doing anything useful with that social media, and you procrastinate getting out of that habit. We could also procrastinate having a difficult conversation. And this is something I have seen affecting businesses. I have seen it affecting relationships. I have seen it affecting workplaces. So you have this colleague, or you have this employee, or you have this client that you need to have that difficult conversation. But we procrastinate. Why do we procrastinate? We procrastinate because, let's take the example of having a difficult conversation. We fear the emotions that will come with that conversation. So one of the reasons why we procrastinate is we fear, how will it feel? What will I do when I feel like that? We also fear, facing rejection. We fear failing. Sometimes it's just a matter of pleasure, of discipline, I don't want to be disciplined in this so that I can get this amount of pleasure. You really want the pleasure, but the discipline, you find it too hard, to keep. So you decide to procrastinate. Now, what are the dangers of procrastinating too much? One of them would be, and one I've seen really disturbing my clients, people I know, my relationships, is missed opportunities. So you procrastinate taking that coaching program, you procrastinate talking to your manager, you procrastinate having a difficult conversation with your significant other maybe, and you miss opportunities because by the time the opportunity arrived, you had not done what you are meant to do. Procrastination also leads to wasted time, wasted energy, wasted resources, because you keep thinking, I'll do this tomorrow, I'll do it in the afternoon. And also procrastination, makes you not meet your deadline, and not meeting your deadline, they make you feel any good, and it also makes you, miss a lot of your goals. So procrastination is not a really good thing to keep doing. So I just want to share a few pointers, what can we do to defeat procrastination? And I always like sharing what works for me. And I think number one thing that I do so that I can avoid procrastination is to, if I have a big task to do, I always like breaking that task into small bits so that I can do it in bits. For example, if, let's say, shooting of this video, for sure, if I think about the whole thing set up, I need to be available, I need to stop doing what I'm doing, I need to come and, shoot this video wherever we do it from. Sometimes I want to say, I'll do that video next week. However, I break that task down. For example, I prepare. What am I going to be speaking about? Procrastination. I also prepare psychologically. So you break down that task into small, palatable bits. Let's say something like, they say if you want to eat an elephant bit by bit by bit. So it is, I see people who, I tell some of my clients to go read a book. Something like, this book I'm reading is a very huge book. It is big. I don't find any problem reading books. I love doing it, and it's a passion for me. However, if I tell someone to go and read this book, the first thing they tell me, it's so huge. But how do you read a book? How do you eat this elephant? You eat this elephant by ensuring that you read one chapter in the morning, one chapter in the afternoon, and one chapter before you sleep. You've read 3 chapters. So if it's reading a book, you read a chapter a day, or a chapter an hour, or something like that. I know some of us procrastinate tidying up in the house, so you don't want to fold those clothes because it's a heap of them. How do you overcome that? Fold one shirt, fold 2 shirts, fold a pair of socks. By and by, you're going to overcome that challenge. Number 2, start with the hard tasks first, the difficult tasks first. And as the day goes by, you can now do the simple tasks. For example, I find report writing very difficult for me. I don't like doing it. And for me, it's a hard job to do. So I like doing that in the morning, when my mind is fresh, when the day is still young, when I'm not having too many phone calls and too many things to do in the day. So do the difficult tasks first, and then when you finish doing the difficult, as the day wears by, you can choose the other tasks to take. The number 3 task you can do so that it eases your work is to look for an accountability partner, or a buddy, or a coach. You need someone who can help you overcome the habit of procrastination. It is not an easy habit. I said in the beginning, it's a global menace, procrastination. But imagine if you have a coach who keeps asking you, we decided we are going to write a book, how far are we? And you'll stop procrastinating. Imagine you have an accountability partner who asks you, you were supposed to start building your house this year. How far are you? And then maybe when you have a discussion with that person, they'll tell you, buy 2 lorries of, sand or something, start the foundation. And then as you go by and by, you're going to be able to finish your house. Number 4, thing we can do so that we avoid procrastination is to hang out with people who inspire you, really. You know, hang around people who put energy in your life. Hang around people who evoke positive, action-taking emotions in you. They could be your coaches, they could be your they could be your mentors, they could be people you admire even online. You know, read someone's book. If you admire someone, read their book. Like, I really do admire this guy, and so that's why I went and bought his book, and I got his book. So this inspires me to take action. So hang around such people. I know I'm hanging around him. I'll watch his YouTube channel. I'll be, you know, even if I'm never able to meet him physically, but I'm hoping I shall be able to meet him physically, I can hang around him. I can listen to his podcasts. I can read his books. I can watch his YouTube channel. So those are just some of the things we can do. And of course, let me not forget this one, because it has really worked for me. Your environment. Sometimes we procrastinate because the environment we are working in is boring. You don't see life in that environment. So what do? You change. So if that environment you're working in is not encouraging you to take, you know, to take action, change it. You can paint your house. You know, you can add a coat. You could get a bookshelf. You could, you know, get a new carpet. If it's in the office, for example, we have something like this. You know, we have a flower. And once you watch a flower, you know, it gives you some life. So it's important to change your environment. I want to speak to people who have big projects. For example, writing a book is not a small project. Let me let you in some of the secrets. Changing your environment. What does that mean? When I have a project that is bothering me, sometimes I will get away. I'll go somewhere for a boot camp, and I'll sit there for 2 days. And by the time I leave that venue, I will have a book. So imagine you leaving to go and write a book in a destination. You cannot just, you know, go to a destination, spend your money, spend your time, then you come back empty-handed. So you know, you just decide this weekend, I want to start writing my book. So you take off, go to a destination, book yourself there, switch off your phone, concentrate on that project that you want to do. That way, you're going to achieve a lot of things, and you're going to avoid a lot of procrastination. So I want to share those ones for today. I hope that you find them useful. Once again, if you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel, we would ask that you kindly subscribe and share with your friends. We are glad that you could find time to listen and to be in our inner circle. Thank you very much. I will see you in the next video.